What's up, man? JC Wrong Strong. You know, some things have been popping off in Chicago and the Cook County. There's been gang attacks going on and on and on. There's a big war going on. There's some stuff that's about to like go down. It's like they're throwing more wood and more wood into the fire, and they don't realize what they just did to Chicago and all the gangs out there by picking up all the leaders that they did. The feds came in, did a big sweep. They picked up, they did a sweep on the Deuces. They did a sweep on the Kings. 2-6, everybody, the SDs. And it has created chaos throughout the whole city. And now they're dealing with the repercussions of, shootings after shootings and stuff that's happening in Cook County, and it's crazy. It's all out war, and it's it's a new generation out there. So let's get into this video.
Room. It shows similar violence inside the jail. Nearly 7 minutes after the beating ended, Cook County Sheriff's staff enters the day room. Inmates are cuffed, so is the victim. He's taken to a hospital and treated for puncture wounds to his head, neck, and back. The police report says the officer that had been assigned to this area was securing inmates in another part of that section of the jail when the attack happened.
Cartel got me working for the big faces. Federale got my car full of brick cases. Hit the pen with a grin, there ain't no faking. I was picked to my back for my shoelaces. Got out, should've seen the look on their faces. All jealous cause your boy stacking hella paper. Set up by the crew, they done put a banger in the trunk of my car and left me to hang there. No thing, then attorney went and beat the case. Got a job digging holes for minimum wage. Had a dream that Cato said he proud of me. Stay here, don't leave, keep doing your thing. Quit the drugs, but I went back to selling, 6-time failing. I went back to prison, got my head right, got my bread right. Push these weights like a kilo in a tailpipe. Trying to do right, I got a mission. Trying to give back to my boys in the prison. The old me's gone, I ain't never gonna miss them. From wrong to strong, stay true to the vision. From wrong to strong, from wrong to strong, from wrong to strong, from wrong to strong.
Gang member, all of it inside the Cook County Jail. 24-year-old Christian Gonzalez is facing first-degree murder charges. He's been in custody since June on several other charges, including attempted murder. Sources tell CBS 2 early Saturday morning, Gonzalez told an officer something was wrong with his cellmate, Pedro Ruiz. When backup officers arrived a short time later, they found Ruiz on the floor of the cell, covered in blood. While officers tried to save Ruiz, Gonzalez was handcuffed. Ruiz's death has been ruled a homicide. Sources say...
What's up? JC Wrong Strong. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell so you don't miss nothing. Support a homie, you know how it goes. Súbase a la Suburban. Let's go, raza. Hey, I want to talk to you about, home, Chicago. Because obviously, back in my day, it was a very, very different game just because of the structure and the leadership that was, shown and actually followed. If you guys, know my story, yes, I had a bad falling out with my first organization that I was part of, and then, became a land king. But that wasn't, it wasn't normal back then. It was just something that not too many people did that, and the ones that did, not too many people survived. They either got killed right away or something happened. But right now it's chaos. It's chaos out there. It's chaos in the county jail. It's chaos on the streets. Same gangs are fighting each other. GDs fighting GDs, Land Kings fighting Land Kings. SDs. It's crazy. And someone in Chicago has a direct connect with high caliber weapons, and they putting them on the street. back in my day, you had those, but you only brought them out when like something really, really bad happened. Let's say like, when they killed one of the leaders or just something really, really bad. Then other than that, it was mostly all handguns. But they're pulling out assault rifles now, and it's these kids are murking each other. It's getting really, really bad. And same thing in the Cook County Jail, man. It is, back in my day, Latin folks sat with all the black folks, and they were very united, very together, and that's how it was structured. Put folks and people, and people have asked me to make a video to explain that, and I will later on in the future, maybe next week. But there were two sides to the coin, folks and people, and that's how it was. Now it's just all out. Everybody against everybody. People shooting people, this, that. Like, it's crazy. And a lot of people are losing their lives. A lot of these youngsters are losing their lives, man. They're 19, 16, 17 years old. It's very, very sad. And one of the biggest reasons why I share my channel, I do what I do, is to hopefully I get one of those knuckleheads, hard-headed kids to watch my stuff and listen to my story and let me guide them on this trip called life, because I've been there, I've done that, I made it out. That's the thing. Not too many people make it out, and it is crazy. I get calls all the time because I have a lot of boys that are there are different organizations out there. I don't like to call them gangs because it's just a bunch of lost kids. Lost kids looking for a purpose, looking to fit in, looking for a lot of things. And, I am nobody to judge them because I was that kid at one time. The only thing I could do is share my story, share my experiences, and hopefully guide them away from that and into a better life. This is why. And, we have a special guest today that's going to talk a little bit about it. And he did some time with me on the streets. We were at one time, at the hip together every day. We did a lot of stuff together, and we grew up together, as kids. And it's one of the people that I talk to a lot still to this day. And it really, really makes me happy how he tells me that he's proud of the change that I made and everything that I did, because I was a very, very lost kid, very, very into a lot of bad stuff. And I'm lucky that I made it out, because it wasn't just the gangs. It wasn't just the drug addiction. It wasn't just, all the women that I was like messing around with. It was the cartel. It was owing money. It was getting robbed, getting picked up, getting kidnapped. It was all these things. So like, I'm lucky that I'm here. I'm very, very blessed. And this is why it's so important for me to turn back and try to pull somebody out of that trench, because it's the right thing to do. So let's listen to this guy, see what he has to say. Yeah, so I just looked up at this other county jail fight where they're saying pretty much there's the eternal war going on between all the gangs in Chicago, and I just wanted to get like your insight on it, like what's going on. I know that me and this person, I'm not gonna say his name, me and this person did back in the 90s, early 2000s, we did our time on the streets, we gangbanged, we did dirty business, we did everything. But now we're in a new era where these kids are using social media and they're doing all these things, and I just want to get his insight on like what's going on. Is it really an all-out war with all the gangs going on in Chicago?
Yeah, it's basically all the gangs going on in Chicago. No, I believe I know what you're talking about, the eternal gang, I mean the eternal war in Cook County, which is, like you said, between the Saints and the SDs, and it's basically because these gangbangers nowadays they get on social media and they sit there and on Snapchat specifically, they sit there and they give a location because they're supposedly these down ass niggas that say, you know what, hey, I'm here, I'm gonna give you my location, come through. Well, you give somebody your location, dumb fuck. Here we go. Now I'm gonna come creep in the gangway and I'm gonna kill you. And these Saints have killed within a couple summers, a lot of SDs, maybe 3 or 4 SDs, which is a lot, and now these SDs are in jail, and in jail you can't hide. There's no hiding. There's no guns. There's no anything in jail. Basically it's basically a shank, you fist. That's it. Now these saints are getting basically what they're supposed to get in the street, but the saints out there in the street are getting a lot of arms, meaning AKs, AR-15s.
Yeah, they have a direct connect with the arms dealer, pretty much.
Yes, basically they got the connection with the arms dealer, and that's why they're out here doing their thing. But when you go in jail, nobody's saving you in jail. Nobody's saving you in jail.
No.
That's like with everybody. Either you know how to fight, you know how to be this guy, and if not, then you know what? Hey, only the strong survive in jail. Only the strong survive in jail, and everybody sees what's happening now. So only the strong survive in jail.
I don't know how to fight, so that's why I used to make me big ass knife as soon as I got there.
Well, you used to pull hair, so.
As soon as I got there, I would make me a sword that I would like tape on my leg, so that way I could keep people away from me.
Yeah.
No, but it's happening, man. And you know what I think is that, like we were talking about earlier, is that what happened is that the feds came in. They did all these RICO and all these conspiracy and all these indictments, and they picked up all the leaders from mostly all the gangs, because they did the Kings, they did the SDs.
Would you like me to speak on that?
Yeah.
Because basically this is what's going on, and anonymous me. I'm over here by myself, but I at one time was out there and I used to take care of the streets and do all that. But this is the thing is, the cops came in and said, okay, you're a gang leader. We're going to take all the gang leaders off the streets. And you know what? And we're going to put them in jail. And then, okay, they put them in jail. Now, the gang leader was still running the streets from jail. So they said, okay, you're still running the streets. Okay, now the feds came in and said, okay, now we're going to all basically bury you guys underground. You're going to go to the fucking max fucking prison to do all that. Now, these little kids out here don't have no leaders. And I'm not saying it's a right thing, it's a wrong thing, but you have no leaders. Now you got a bunch of chickens out here running around with their heads cut off. So now it's basically block against block. It's not GD against Blackstone. It's not SD against Kings. It's not Kings against. It's basically Kings against from this block against this block. It's GDs from this block against this block. It's not. There's no structure. There's nobody to say, you know what, you're fighting with GDs, you're gonna get beat up, and there's gonna be repercussions behind what you do. There's none of that no more. So why? So when they did that, when they took all the leaders away, basically you just started a whole citywide war. That's basically what you did. But yet in the news media, it looks good because you do Operation whatever it is, with the Kings, Operation with the GDs, you do all that. Yeah, it looks good in the media, but look what you're doing to the streets. I mean, back in the day when you had gang leaders out here, I mean, I'm not saying you're supposed to sit there and talk to gang leaders and say, okay, let's deal. But back in the day, cops used to come around and say, hey, look stop fucking fighting with these motherfuckers. Stop fighting with these motherfuckers. Otherwise, we're going to lock everybody up. You know what the gang leaders would say? Tell all the shorties, you know what?
Chill out.
Stop.
Yep,
Stop.
chill out. I remember one summer where we had to chill out because we were going over there a lot every Friday.
Yes.
And we had to chill out because, that Officer Beretta used to come around a lot.
Yes.
So I remember, and the thing is that back then too, if we ever had an issue with another set from somewhere else, they would call a nationwide meeting right away, and it was squashed, and whoever had to get dealt with got dealt with.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Whoever the dumb fuck that went over there and got all drunk and went over there and shot at somebody. Okay, you know what? We're sorry about that. You know what? We're gonna deal with him. We're gonna beat his ass. And you know what? That whoever he shot at, they were satisfied. Okay, you know what? They handled their internal bullshit. Okay, you know what? It's done. That's it. But now it's like, you know what? Who is gonna handle that? You got one block that has 15 kids that are all from anywhere from 15 to 19. Basically you have no dad over there. So basically these kids are running around like animals, and then you know what? And they have all the firepower in the world. They have all the firepower. Because you know why? Because they're out there selling whatever they got to sell and doing what they got to do. So hey, it is what it is, And then look what you created. Look what you created.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I seen that dude's mugshot with the 5'9" on his face, I was like, man, they must be banging hard over there now if they're putting their hoods on their face like that.
Oh, it's not so much banging hard. I mean, you think about when we were out there, we used to do what we used to do, but it wasn't. I put it this way. You know what? The people that sit out there and put their stuff on their face, you're basically advertising for lock me up. That's basically what you're doing. I mean, I think I think it's stupid. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is. You know, every generation is different.
It's a new generation. It's a new, and that's what I said in one of my videos, that in Chicago, it wasn't known for you. You always had your gang tattoo somewhere where you could cover it, because everybody gets jobs. They work in unions. They double hustle. They work a job that pays really good, and they hustle on the side. It's like it's something that was taught to us as a kids.
Yes. And basically, it's just, you know what? Basically, you're doing your illegal shit with your legal shit, but your legal shit supersides your illegal shit. So now you're just doing your thing, and you have your family, you have this, you have that, and you know what? And all the stupid bullshit they used to do back in the day when you were on the block, now the shorties are out there doing their stupid shit. But yeah, you know what? I mean, with these little guys with their shags now, I mean, you're basically advertising for the police to pull you over to do what you got to do. I mean, you know what? It is what it is, and they do what they do. But you know what? Like my whole point of this is you know what? These gangs out here nowadays, even in the Cook County, you know what? You're basically, one day you're gonna have to get dealt with. One day you're gonna have to get, if not from your gang, from another gang. If not from this or from that, it's gonna happen regardless. You know what? Karma's a motherfucker. Believe me, I've dealt with karma like a motherfucker. But like I said, it's you know, it is what it is, and you do what you do, and you live your life, and hey, you know what? You deal with repercussions, and like you know best that you dealt with repercussions of jail time. You know, you dealt with repercussions of you having to live this life of you know, hurting people that you love, when you were locked up or whatever. And same thing with me. You know, when I was locked up, it's, you know what? I see my mother come to see me, and she walk out the fucking visiting room and crying, bawling her eyes out. And me, I had to be the man to say, you know what? I can't bawl my eyes out. I'm in fucking prison. I'm in prison. You ain't gonna see me like that. I ain't gonna be no motherfucker like that. But you know what? It killed me inside. My heart went cold, because you know what? It killed me inside to see my mother walk out the fucking door and bawl her eyes out. But you know what? I was a gangster. I had to deal with it. You know what? I had to go back in the fucking cell and say, you know what? Hey, niggas want to get down? Let's get down.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is what it is.
No, it is. It is. And we made some choices that we had to make, and you know, we're lucky that we made it out. We're lucky that we made it out with, you know, there's a lot of other cats that we know that are not coming home no more.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate to say it, but it is part of the game when you're in that game. But yeah, it's not what it used to be. The whole gang thing is, to me, it's played out. It's done. You know what I mean?
That's basically what it is.
There's no loyalty. There's no brotherhood. There's nothing. When we were out there, we pretty much ate shit, and we did everything together. Everything. You know?
It was we come out and we go get each other. We come out and we be together all fucking night long, chilling, fucking relaxed, and it was. I didn't go in unless you went in. You didn't go in unless I went in. And then if you were by yourself, I was there with you. It says, you know what? I'm not going unless you're going. I'm not going in unless I know you're safe. And that was the brotherhood that was out there back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking anybody.
Nah.
Little guys nowadays, do your thing. Eh?
We're nobody to judge the new generation, man, because we did it. So we're old school compared to them, man. They're a new generation. They're doing their thing. Hey, all I can say, stay safe, be smart, and just do your thing, man. Like, you know, that's all I can say, really.
Yeah, basically, you just put it in a nutshell, bro. Basically.
But, you know, I ain't nobody to judge, man. So don't judge nobody. Nobody knows why they're doing what they're doing. Nobody knows what they've been through or what they're going through or what's about to happen. All you could do is be supportive, be there, show them you care. And, you know, like I said, give somebody a hug. Stay in your lane. Don't judge nobody. Live savage. and live your life to the fullest, because you never know if you're not going to wake up tomorrow. Remember, if you live hard, life is easy. If you live easy, life is hard. And I am the poster boy for that. My name's JC. I am Wrong Strong. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.